What is going on, guys? Welcome to HomeCraft Cocktails you can make from the comfort of your home. My name is Briss, and this week we'll be going over New Orleans' classic cocktail, the Hurricane. The oldest known reference to the Hurricane will be back in 1939 at the New York World's Fair in Queens, New York, where it was actually even served at the Hurricane Bar. However, this is not regarded as the origin of the cocktail since the specifics of the recipe were largely unknown. The most popular origin story of the Hurricane comes from Pat O'Brien's back in the 1940s in New Orleans. The cocktail was actually born out of a supply-demand imbalance. The circulation of rum was so large and whiskeys was so little that in order to buy a bottle of whiskey, you also had to buy several bottles of rum in addition to the whiskey. So Pat O'Brien, who was obviously the owner of Pat O'Brien's, and his co-owner, Charlie Cantrell, had literally so much rum on hand that they just started mixing up different shit and experimenting. Eventually, the recipe for the cocktail would be solidified as rum, lemon juice, and passion fruit. And since then, as most cocktails go, we've had dozens of different iterations, and some include lime juice, Galliano, grenadine, orange juice, and a plethora of other ingredients. As for the source of the name, the Hurricane gets its name from the fact that it's customarily served in a hurricane glass. The hurricane glass initially came from a glass salesman back in the 1940s who presented Pat O'Brien with the large, curvy glass that actually resembled a hurricane lamp. And a hurricane lamp, if you didn't know, is a lamp that has a specific shape that prevents a fire from getting snuffed out in heavy winds. And now that brief history lesson out of the way, let's get down to actually making the drink. So to start off, you want to fill your shaker with ice. After that, then you want to do an ounce of white rum, an ounce of black rum. Next, you want to do a half of an ounce of Galliano, which is an Italian liqueur. It is very herbal, and I would go as far as to say kind of tastes like licorice, but don't let that steer you away. I do not like licorice whatsoever. I think this adds just a you can get it for about $30. I poured a little too much. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Then you want to do 2 ounces of orange juice. Then you want to do 3/4 of an ounce of fresh squeezed lime juice. So we have our first 5 ingredients out of the way, so now we're about halfway through. We got 4 more to go. Next, we want to do 2 ounces of pineapple juice. And then an ounce of simple syrup. And just a pinch of passion fruit puree. I have a bottle, so I'll just call it just 1 squeeze. There we go. And then you want to do a dash of Angostura bitters. Next, you're going to pour ice into your hurricane glass. And then you're going to shake for about 10 to 15 seconds and then strain into your glass. After straining, finally you'll want to garnish with an orange slice, an umbrella, and potentially a maraschino cherry. Unfortunately, I do not have any oranges on me, so I'll just be using the umbrella and the cherry. And then you give it a straw. And there you have a hurricane. And now that we have our drink, let's give it a taste. The Hurricane is a phenomenal drink. It tastes great, and it is also rather strong. I mean, you have the 2 different rums in there, and you also have a Galliano, which is 42.3% or 84.6 proof. So it's actually stronger than the two rums we use, even though it's a liqueur. Also, I will say the Hurricane is very similar to the Zombie, at least how we've made it here on this show. They share a lot of the same main ingredients, but there are some minor nuances between the two. The Hurricane uses Galliano, while the Zombie did not. But the Zombie also uses orange curacao, lemon juice, and grenadine, none of which we use today. But if you look up Hurricane cocktail recipes online, you are sure to see many of them use grenadine. So, like I said, it really just boils down to what you prefer. There's also the recipe found in the Smuggler's Cove book, which is a book surrounding all and everything tiki cocktails. And it suggests 4 ounces of black rum, 2 ounces of lemon juice, and 2 ounces of passion fruit syrup. So that's also something else you could try. And also, this was a book gifted to me by my friends, so thank you for that, Christian and Ricky. But either way it goes, you will not be disappointed by this cocktail. I don't think by any recipe you decide to do. The drink tastes good, it hits hard, it looks great. I mean, I don't have the orange slice for the garnish today, but even still, without it, it has a nice orange body. The umbrella, the cherry, Hurricane glass is always nice to look at. It just gives you summer vibes. And if you're ever down in New Orleans, I highly suggest trying either this or the Sazerac, which is another classic cocktail that I'll probably be doing within the next month or so. Those are just great classic New Orleanian cocktails. And if you happen to make your own Hurricanes at home, let me know how you make it. Other than that, thank you guys for watching this week's video, and I'll catch you next week for the next round. Peace.